The time is now. Here it is. The one you've been asking for. Block 1311 2020 vintage. Last year's wine, I think sold out in 2 days, Chris. You've created a monster with this wine. Talk to me about the Block 1311.
Well, it's been pretty amazing to work with, and it's not just me, it's not just us, it's Dan Nicholas and the team at the Wallula Benches Vineyard, and that block is just special, and every year it kind of just seems to hit a new gear, so it's been exciting to work with.
Yeah, you know, again, if you haven't had this before, you definitely want to add this to your cellar, and it's a wine. You know, originally, if you haven't heard the story, we brought this Cabernet in to add more to our Horse Heaven Hills cab. And Chris loved the fruit on its own. He's like, Damon, we got to make our first single vineyard Cabernet. So the beauty of it was we've locked this fruit up for 10 years. It's an awesome 2-acre block overlooking the Columbia River there. And then we were also fortunate enough, Chris, as you know, to secure about close to another 2 acres that was planted to Barbera, that was ripped out and planted some more Cabernet just right next to this block. So this is a project that's going to continue to build, and actually a different clone. So Chris, talk about a couple different clones from right here, one of your favorite places to grow Cabernet in Washington, and where you see this project going.
Yeah, I mean, with this team and now vineyard management team, you know, that opportunity to have another block right nearby, but you know, slightly different facing, we thought it'd be interesting to do a different clone so that we could really still be super selective, and it's a new blend. Even though it's 100% Cabernet from one vineyard, it'll still be a blend. It can still be a blend, not only of the 2 clones, but of each specific barrel that we do. So it's really an opportunity to really hit the highest highs that Cabernet can do in Washington.
Yeah, it's a killer wine. And what do you think makes it different from some of the, you know, like the Horse Heaven Hills cab? Why did you want to just leave this one on its own when you tasted it the first time?
Yeah, I mean, our whole, you know, system that we've done is it's all blends. Most wines have at least 2 vineyards, or they'll have Merlot and Cab Franc. And the reason is, I think that you can always create more balance and more complexity. And whereas this wine, it just came out, there's nothing to add to it. It's kind of a complete wine. The color is amazing, and it's just one of those kind of singular wines that you want to just show for its just true sense of place.
Yeah, I love it. So did Jeb Dunnick, up to 96 points in the 2020 vintage. It's a wine that's going to go fast. It does every single year. Get it in time for the Super Bowl, the big game. We always love to release it right here around the Super Bowl. So don't miss out on the 2020 Block 1311 Cabernet. Get it for your cellar before it's gone. Thanks to all you do for passing time out there. Appreciate you guys. And cheers.
Thank you.